Just act correctly. Don't violate our constitutional rights and allow us to peacefully protest. That's all I'm asking.
Looks like that's what we're doing.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, bud. Take care.
You too. All right, well, I made the speech I could, whatever I could think of at the moment. I'm learning, not doing that good, but I'll get better. And yeah, looks like their tent is coming down. A lot of these people here are getting a lot more vocal. Okay. And we can see what makes certain people happy and what makes the other side happy. All I can see, honestly, is immaturity on both sides. Remember, I'm not here to support, I'm here to report.
Hey, last time I looked your wife.
They know what they're not going to enforce anything on somebody else that they're not doing.
Yeah. That's awesome though. I mean, at least there's a standard being held. So.
Yeah. Okay, looks like we'll walk over here and
Yeah.
the brakes off.
No, obviously, but like,
Okay, one question. Did they leave because the wind blew their tent over?
No,
and
I just got here. I
I
went to
think
be
they
the
were
person to
taking the
ask.
tent down, and then they were smacking the leg against this window, or they were like accidentally letting it hit her in the head. And then they were complaining about how they hit this other woman in the head, but we never even touched her. Also, she's ugly, so why would we touch
It
her
is
anyway?
not worth
Anyway, it
fighting
doesn't really
over.
matter.
I'm serious.
The police just want to act like they did.
Dude, it's not
Okay.
worth fucking fighting with them after all the bullshit that's going on right now.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
think our energy has to be redirected, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm so heartbroken for everyone.
No-
I mean, this
no
is so
fight,
hard,
no-
and it's a lot easier for me to say as like a white girl, you know. But still, it's just, yeah. Someone try to get my Leah to calm down. Poor baby.
If you really think about it, we shouldn't be letting things like politics divide us this severely.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, we're
Well.
not talking about politics. We're talking about equality. They're the ones talking about politics, and they bring up Trump.
Oh, okay.
So I frankly,
Well, if you think
politics
about
right
it,
now
you
is
know,
kind of
politics is all the people who support one side are against everybody else for this reason or that. And
I mean, my biggest beef with Trump supporters is that they decided that things like ableism and sexism and racism weren't deal breakers for them. And like, that's not a difference of political opinion, that's a difference in morality.
I
okay.
agree with that statement. It's
I
not the
do
politics
too.
that matter. It's when the morals get into it.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, you don't matter as a person. You can argue economics with me. I don't care. Like, that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a lot of different reasons to believe different things, but I mean, everyone's life does matter. That's super important. And right now,
Yeah.
like, black people are struggling really, really hard. So that's what we need to
I
do.
saw someone holding a sign when I went to the Juneteenth event at Pilot Butte,
Yeah.
and she was holding a sign that said, "All lives can't matter until Black lives matter,"
Yeah.
and that got me thinking that, you know,
Yeah.
for the longest time,
All never meant black.
what? All
For the longest time, all never meant black. When they said all men were created equal, they
You're
didn't
right.
include black people.
You're right.
Yeah, and not to mention Latinos, Asians, Native Americans, etc.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't talking about BIPOC, they were talking about white people. Anybody else was like 3/5 of a person.
Well, what they all need to understand is that everyone is human. We shouldn't allow these ideas to just divide us. We need to all come together and work together so that we can leave this world better for the children that we produce, right?
well, yeah.
Leave-
I can see what you're talking about, but I'm still gonna get hot around the collar because, like I said, they be thinking that other people just don't matter. Like the things that were important and are life or death for some of us just weren't deal breakers for them. And like that, I do see a problem with that. And
Yeah.
that shit does get me pissed.
And
Yeah.
frankly, I don't hate those people. I hate what they stand for. I hate
Yep.
their beliefs.
Exactly.
But
And
they're still people, and if they decided to change their minds, I would be okay with them deciding that we were, you know, figuring out where they stand. If they change their mind, that's not a bad thing. They're just not open to change, literally.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm mad about it, is
Yeah.
that they're supporting something that's so horrid and clearly terrible, and then they just won't change their minds? Like, it's not hard, just change your
yeah,
mind, man.
it's one thing to say this is wrong, that is right. It's another thing to see this and just say okay and go on about your day and not do anything about what you know is wrong. You know? There we go.
That's also one of the reasons why a lot of activists in the past have gotten assassinated.
Yeah, some people, you're right. Some people see the situation, say this isn't right, and then they get killed for saying this isn't right.
Yeah, especially when they pick up momentum and a following.
Yeah.
That exact thing happened to Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
possible right now. It does worry me a little bit.
Yeah, she's just suffering there.
They're not doing her any favors.
Ah.